If followed step by step, these rules could change your life forever. While the rules of money may appear straightforward, it is surprising how many individuals are unaware of them. Historically, these rules were reserved for the wealthy and kept hidden from the masses. However, in today's world, access to information is much more widespread. So let's begin with rule number 1, which comes from one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. With a net worth of over $104 billion, he definitely knows his stuff. And his number 1 piece of advice is to never lose money. His second rule is to never forget the first rule. Easier said than done though, right? Losing money may happen to everyone at some point, but Buffett's point is that it's important to learn from your mistakes and use them to become a better, wiser person when it comes to your finances. Adopting some of the rules throughout this video can help create better money habits in life and help you secure your money. When it comes to investments, for example, it's essential to write a plan and stick to it, avoiding decisions influenced by emotions. Being aware of risk is also important, as putting all your money into a high-risk investment could result in a profit skyrocket to the moon, or a massive loss bigger than you're able to take. This kind of risk is more like gambling, not smart investing. Remember, try to take all the steps you can to protect your money, so you never lose it. Speaking of risk, rule 2 is simple: balancing risk. However, it's not always easy to achieve. In the United States today, according to Ramsey Solutions in 2022, 1 in 3 Americans are either struggling or in crisis with their finances. That amounts to an astounding 100 million Americans who have taken on too much risk and are now paying the price for it. It's crucial to note that the concept of balancing risk applies not just to personal finances, but also to investing within your portfolio. When you take on huge amounts of risk, it's possible to make a huge return on your money, but investments go up and down like a roller coaster. So don't be surprised if your investments return with a huge loss. The rich use risk responsibly to make them richer. The poor use risk irresponsibly to make them poorer. Follow in the footsteps of the rich and balance your risk responsibly. But in order to make sure you are putting your money in the right places, you need to know exactly where it's going and when. Which takes us on to rule 3, have a plan. Without proper planning and organisation of your money, how can you expect it to live up to any of your expectations? For instance, if you aspire to retire one day and spend your days relaxing on a beach while sipping on a pina colada, how do you plan on achieving this goal? It's crucial to take a step back and create a roadmap detailing your next moves to avoid the dream becoming a mere fantasy based on hope and wishful thinking. Without a plan, your money will lack direction. Creating a budget is an excellent way to track your personal finances and ensure that your money is moving in the right direction towards achieving your financial goals. On the other hand, when it comes to investments, not having a plan can lead to making crucial decisions based on emotions, which may lead you to substantial losses. Always remember that having a plan and sticking to it is essential for success. And once you've got your plan, it's time to put it into action, which is easier than it sounds. With only 24 hours in a day and numerous commitments like work and family, it's easy to get distracted from building wealth. That's why rule number 4 is essential: automate and streamline your money. Automate and streamline your financial processes to achieve long-term financial success without expending precious energy and time constantly manage your finances. Thanks to modern technology, automating investments and savings has never been easier. Investment giants like Vanguard and Fidelity offer this feature, allowing you to save and invest without the hassle of remembering to do it manually every month. You can also streamline your budgeting process by creating digital budgets and using formulas on Excel to simplify the process of calculating your income and expenses. By automating and streamlining your financial processes, you can focus on other aspects of your life and let your money work for you in the background, steadily building wealth over time. So take advantage of the technology available and streamline your finances to achieve long-term financial success. But when it comes to planning when and where your money is going, don't forget to consider one of the wisest pieces of money mindset advice that gears you up for long-term financial success. Rule 5. Be generous. Your most powerful tool to build wealth is your income, and being generous with your money is a wise rule to follow. It's important to remember that money is simply a tool, and how you use it can have a significant impact on your overall well-being. Being generous not only benefits the recipient, but also the giver. It can help build and maintain strong relationships, which can open up opportunities and create a positive reputation. Moreover, when you give freely to others, you experience a sense of fulfillment and purpose, which can boost your overall well-being. Practicing generosity can also help you develop a healthy relationship with money and overcome a scarcity mindset, leading to a more positive and abundant attitude towards wealth. Ultimately, being generous can provide meaning and happiness that the tool itself cannot provide, making it a key ingredient for a fulfilling and prosperous financial life. So make it a habit to give generously to those in need and see how it can positively impact your life in more ways than one. I know what you're thinking. How am I supposed to give to others when my money's tight? Rule number 6. Avoid bad debt. While it's difficult to avoid any kind of debt, especially when buying a house, it's essential to understand which debts are good and bad. For example, mortgages are typically considered good debt, since you are borrowing money to buy an asset that appreciates in value. However, debts like credit cards and car loans are considered bad debts because of the high interest rates attached to them. When it comes to car loans, it's important to remember that even though you are borrowing to purchase an asset, that asset depreciates over time. According to the Federal Reserve, only 48% of Americans pay their credit card bills in full each month. Don't be part of the majority who carries high interest debt, as the average American knows. You'll struggle to build wealth if you're constantly paying off high interest debt. By avoiding bad debt, you'll save money on interest payments and have more money available to invest in assets that appreciate in value. This will allow you to build wealth over time and achieve financial success. So make a conscious effort to avoid bad debt and only take on good debt when it's necessary to achieve your financial goals. If you do have regular money to spare, here is the most important rule you need to follow. Rule number 7. Invest, invest, invest. The rich have invested their money into assets for generations, because it kept providing them with a greater return each time, while everyone else was kept in the shadows. Thankfully, things have changed. The internet and technology have made information and resources more accessible than ever, allowing anyone to set up an account and start investing. To illustrate why investing is better than saving, let's look at an example with Tom and Sarah. They are both 25 and thinking about retirement. Tom is currently saving his money in a savings account, while Sarah is investing towards retirement. Let's fast forward 40 years to see how they fare. While it's difficult to predict the future returns, let's assume Tom averages a 2% return from his savings account, while Sarah averages a 10% return from her mutual funds a year. By the time they both retire at age 65, Tom will have saved around $365,000. In contrast, Sarah will have around $2.7 million. An astonishing difference that demonstrates the power of investing. You can see why the rich hid this secret for so long. Don't forget that one of the most effective ways to improve your financial situation is by networking and building relationships with different people. So, here's rule number 8. Build relationships. One of the most effective ways to improve your financial situation is by networking and building relationships with different people. Not only is this a valuable business and life skill, but it's also a powerful tool to increase your income and ultimately build wealth. Your income is your most powerful tool to achieve financial freedom, and creating connections with others can lead to new opportunities and sources of income. In business, building relationships with clients, partners, and colleagues can help you expand your network, gain new clients, and ultimately increase your profits. In your career, networking can help you connect with influential people in your industry, discover new job opportunities, and negotiate better salaries or benefits. In life, your relationships can also have a direct impact on your finances. For example, you may be able to save money on home repairs or services by tapping into your network and finding trustworthy professionals who offer discounts or special rates to friends or referrals. Remember, your income is your most powerful tool to build wealth, and networking and building relationships can be a great way to enhance that tool and achieve financial success. So make it a priority to connect with others, expand your network, and seize new opportunities. In conclusion, while there are numerous money rules to follow, the ones we've shared in this video are essential for mastering the basics of money, business, and life. These are the very same rules that have been hidden from the public for years by the wealthy elite. By adopting these principles, you have the power to transform your life and reach financial freedom. But don't stop here, because in our next video, we'll be sharing insights and wisdom from some of the greatest investors of all time. So be sure to check it out and continue your journey towards financial success.